What's up, guys? It's Sean here with the Sean Ellie Football Channel, and today I have from you new venue again. We're going to be doing the Premier League preview for Week 11. Crazy. And it's going to be a bumper week. So many amazing games. Cannot wait to get involved. We start around tomorrow, 2 o'clock my time, and let's get through it one at a time. Southampton, Aston Villa. The Villains go to the Saints. Southampton's actually been on a really good turn of form. Villa's been on a horrible turn of form. 4 losses in a row. Southampton actually has gotten a couple of victories and a couple of good results, but they can only nick results, really. I think this is time for Villa. I think Villa's going to be back for this game. I don't think Dean Smith needs a result, honestly. There's a possibility. Some people were saying maybe he could be kind of on the edge, but at this point, Southampton have more points than Villa. They don't want to really be getting close to that relegation zone, which a win from Burnley, they might fall into it. So they need this win. I'm gonna predict a Villa 1-1. 1-1 is my prediction. 1-1. Moving on. We'll leave the city derby till the end. Chelsea Burnley. Chelsea's gonna keep on winning. I do not see... could Burnley just, I honestly think the game's going to be 2-0. 2-0 Chelsea again. I just don't see Chelsea conceding a goal, and I believe in them enough that they could nick one. So, I'm going to go with a 2-0 Chelsea win. Burnley did do really well last week against Brentford, though. I still don't think anybody's scoring goals against Chelsea. Chelsea's defense is just ridiculous. And I think that's going to be what allows them to win the league as well. Gonna stick with my initial gut reaction. 2-0 Chelsea. Even without Lukaku, there's just enough players in that team. I like Havertz playing up top. I think it actually works better for the team. So 2-0 Chelsea. I'm happy with that. One of the most exciting games of the week, actually. Palace Wolves. Two of my favorite teams so far this season. Is Bruno going to get another win, or is Vieira going to be able to maintain his good form? Both in. Palace sitting on 12 points in 13th place, and Wolves on 16 and 7th. Wolves is making an outside shout for some Europa League football right here. Very, very surprising. Very, very well done to Bruno Lage and what he's achieved so far with this team. They looked good, man. They looked really good against Everton in the first half. The second half wasn't as good, but I think they have something going for them. This is actually going to be a very, very evenly close battle. 2-2 is what I'm going with. Because Palace were fantastic as well against City. 2-2. I like that result. Brentford Norwich. Is there anything that needs to be said except the fact that Brentford are going to win because they are the best team in the Premier League and they're going to win the title? Obviously. But more realistically, I think Brentford are going to need a bounce back. They've had a little bit of a couple bad results, honestly. The loss against Burnley, the loss against Leicester, the result against Chelsea, all of it very unlucky, I must add. But except Burnley actually played really, really well that game. I think this is a game that Brentford will win. I think Brentford will win this game, and I think they will win it quite comfortably. Norwich is just absolute garbage. I don't think they're going to win beat Brentford, but it could happen eventually. Brentford 2-0, kind of where I'm going with it. Brighton, Newcastle. Newcastle's also been in a bit of a tough spot. They need a new manager to come in, and a new man. It seems like Unai Emery is not going to be that man for them. But not good results for them over the last couple of weeks. Only 1 point in the last 4 games. They need a result fast, man. I don't know if Brighton is exactly the easiest place to go to try to get points. Brighton play so well, and I actually think Brighton are going to win this at home. going to go with a 2-1 result to Brighton. It's kind of amazing what Graham Potter would do with a slightly more talented squad would be truly amazing to watch, because how well that Brighton team play is absolutely ridiculous. 2-0 Brighton. Everton Spurs. Antonio Conte's first game as Spurs manager. I'm very, very upset about this. Should be the Manchester United manager, but he's the Spurs manager, and we just have to be okay with that, don't we? Because it's over now. I don't think Everton are good enough, honestly. I think Tottenham will win this with the new manager bounce, honestly. I think they are good enough. That Spurs team on paper is phenomenal. I think Conte is gonna get a very good tune out of a lot of players. I think Harry Kane will be slowly back in form, and Son's been phenomenal all season, in my opinion. Everton, even with Dominic Calvert-Lewin most likely being back for this game, they just looked horrible against in that first half against Palace. 2-1 Spurs. Leeds Leicester. This is an interesting one, actually. Leicester, I was watching their game today in the Europa League, and they were struggling. Leicester's had one good game recently, and it was against United, but it doesn't really mean much. We make everybody look good against us. Leeds, however, also have not been. This is like the battle for the unimpressive. Literally is what these games are. This game is. Leeds needs a win. Leicester obviously needs a win as well, but it is at Ellen Park, which means Leeds are at home. It's gonna be a tough game for Leicester. The game's going to go pretty much one way, where Leeds is going to dominate possession and Leicester's going to hit them on the counter. 2-1 Leeds. Arsenal Watford. Arsenal's been on a really, really good turn of form lately, actually. I've been very impressed with Mikel Arteta. Getting a tune out of this Arsenal team. The fact that he has 17 points, that's actually... I would say he's performing exactly to the level of his Arsenal squad. That's about as good as they are. Given the amount of injuries it had, given the team, that's pretty much where their team is. It's just that the fact that United have the same points as them is just a testament to how garbage Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is as a manager. I said it. There you go. I said it. He's horrible. Yeah, this is just the Arsenal are going to beat the Hornets, I think. I don't think, even though Watford have been pretty good since Ranieri came in, I just think Arsenal have enough for them. 2-0 Arsenal. West Ham Liverpool, one of, again, a very, very interesting game that we have. It's going to be at the London Stadium. West Ham look phenomenal. I think the game ended 2-2 for them today, though, against Genk. A last minute goal tied it up for Genk, even though they looked really good that game, and it was an own goal as well. But Liverpool, West Ham, these are two very, very good teams. They both arguably play very similar styles of football as well. Liverpool struggled a little bit last week against Brighton. They just look a little leaky at the back, and I feel like West Ham are really good at absorbing pressure and pouncing when their opponent's a little bit off guard. They did that very well against City last week. As long as they don't get injured or anybody pulls out, I honestly go with a 2-1 West Ham win here. Might be a wild shout. Without further ado, let's deal with the Manchester derby. United are going to get smashed by City. I said it. Yeah, another 3-0, 4-0 situation is what I see coming. There is so much movement and positivity in that Man City squad. There's a possibility that it comes even worse. Maguire looks like an absolute piss take of a human being at the moment, same as Luke Shaw. I think they are both in horrible form, and I think City's going to use that to their main advantage. The only reason that there's a slight chance United might scrape something in this game is that Pep might try to outsmart everybody. All he has to do, this is what Pep has to do. Go play. And they'll win. And they will win easily. Instead, if he tries to do this smart jiu-jitsu puzzle where he has to prove to the world how smart he is, United are going to do one game plan. They're going to put Scott McTominay and Fred in front of the back line. They're going to put, I doubt they're going to go to a back three because we don't have three defenders, but they might. It's a possibility. And that might actually not be the worst plan, to maybe put Luke Shaw, Eric Bailly, and Maguire or Lindelof in the back line. Use Wan-Bissaka and Tellez, or maybe even Wan-Bissaka and Lingard as wingbacks, and then just have Rashford. That actually would be an interesting lineup. The thing is, City, despite that, they could just have one of those nights, which has happened against Ole Gunnar Solskjaer multiple times, where they just cannot score and United counterattack and get a goal. It could happen. I don't think it will. I think the result will be 3 or 4-0 on Saturday. And I think I will be back to you guys on the Saturday match, and I will be demanding Ole Gunnar Solskjaer should be sacked, because he should be sacked. That game against Liverpool was heinous, and I will not forgive that type of performance against our biggest rivals. So that is my preview for the Premier League this week. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll be back tomorrow for a little bit of a different type of video. Thank you guys so much. Shine on the Football Channel means the world that you guys are watching. See you guys tomorrow.